Hello everyone, my name is Claire and I am the founder of Student RDH Dental Hygiene Boards Review course for local anesthesia and also national boards. Today we are going to talk about, again, a very important topic that is related to periodontology. You have heard about CAL before probably, clinical attachment level or clinical attachment loss. Well, I am not here today to dispute the terms because sometimes they say it's called loss, sometimes called level. And some books also say that it can be either. It doesn't matter. They're the same terms. I'm here today to help you understand why we are measuring CAL and how we are going to do it for our exams. Probing tests are great. Usually we use probing tests to understand the health of the periodontium. We know if it's a big pocket, there's a problem. When it's like stabilized, it's good. But probing tests are not really enough sometimes. Let me just draw an example. It's a tooth, and this is a CJ where the crown meets the cementum. Usually there's a slight indentation. Let me just try to draw the same tooth over here. Okay, so now let's look at the gums. In this case, there is obviously inflammation. Oh, it looks like a big inflammation, but let's just say it is like that. And in this case, there is recession. Okay, now let's see probing depth. Probing depth over here is, let's say, 5 millimeter. P, 5 millimeter. And here as well, 5 millimeter. Okay, same 5 millimeter pocket, very different scenario. Obviously, this guy, which is recession, is not doing good at all compared to this guy. See how little support there is left. So that's why sometimes pocket is not enough. And this concept of CAL, C-A-L, is therefore a better and accurate measurement of the periodontal support. Because when we measure CAL, we measure it from a fixed point. That is the CEJ. And as we talked about, the CJ has a slight indentation. That's how we find it. In order to measure the CAL, there are two numbers that we need. The first one is the probing depth that we already have. And the second one is the gingival margin to the CJ. Again, this concept of the CEJ keeps coming up because that's our fixed point. So this means the top of the gum to the CEJ. And you have studied this already. You know that when there's recession, we add them. And when there's overgrowth, we subtract them. But let's just see again the example and understand why we have to do that. The assumption here generally is that when we have healthy gums, if we didn't have any problem, the base of the pocket, the base of the sulcus would be around the CEJ. Let me just draw it on this side as well. So that we would have not lost anything. But obviously, with different reasons, we start losing some attachment, and that's what the CAL helps us understand. So here, as we just discussed, there is a second number we have to find out, which is from the top of the margin to the CJ. In this case, let's say it's just 3 millimeter. Margin to the CJ, 3 millimeter. On this side, let's say margin to the CJ, 1 millimeter. Without doing subtraction, without adding them, let's just look at the attachment level. What is going on? Here, if our assumption again was that base of the pocket was around the CJ, and now we see this base of the pocket, we can see that we lost about this much. Let's see, in this case, in recession, we lost a lot. From here all the way here, we lost a lot. So you can see that, first of all, in recession, you would actually add them up to say there was 6 millimeter of attachment loss. In this case, though, the attachment loss is not 5, it's not 3, it's actually 2 millimeter. Because what we did is you actually took the probing depth, which is the entire thing, and subtracted this 3 millimeter, and what you actually have as loss is this 2 millimeter. So I hope this helps you understand that not just like robotically do a plus, when there's recession, probing that and margin to the CJ, it's a plus. And when there is overgrowth, it's a minus. I hope this helped you understand why you have to add them when there's recession and when you have to subtract those two numbers when there's overgrowth. Please let me know if you have any questions. My email is clairej, CACLAIREJ @studentrdh.com. I am here to answer all your questions. You can leave comments. And also please visit our website, which is studentrdh.com. You can do the free trial before you register for the local or national board exam reviews. And also follow our blog because we have a lot of great free content for you to have for your boards or your school exams. So see you again in another mini review. Bye.